This content may include adult language, so fair warning. Don't play this around anyone with virgin ears. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the Arrival Campaign, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. I'm Mike, the DM, and with me is...
Blake, playing Castle.
Han, playing Tsia.
Riley, playing Vera.
J. Cody, playing Cal.
All right, and we are using the Amethyst Quintessence rulebook, a third-party rulebook by Deus Ex Machina. So all the classes and all the setting is a little different, but if you want to know more about those classes, just look that up. I'm sure Amethyst Deus Ex Machina will enjoy that support. In our last game, our heroes made their way. Our loyal soldiers made their way to the port city of Vicestead, leaving the nation of Arcadia to join the expeditionary forces here in the continent now dubbed Brayton. Our heroes have been told to essentially report in at the fort known to the people in Vicestead as Ardenfall, Fort Ardenfall, within about 2 hours after noon. So some of our heroes decided to make their way there. Some other heroes decided to hit up a tavern. Some heroes decided to get up on tables in said taverns and drop it low. And some other heroes just decided to sit back, relax, and drink. At the moment, Tsia, the sniper, makes her way towards a bathhouse to clean herself off from a dirty early morning table tease. Castle and Cal have made their way to the park front of Fort Ardenfall, where they await eagerly their orders and their next assignment. Vera, however, still enjoying the scenery, enjoying the lifestyle around, finishes her drink, exits the tavern known as the Steel Eel, and sees in front of her a wide open ocean with several ships docked at port and several men and women of all different shapes and sizes. Excuse me. Oh, I just burped real hard and it didn't come up.
Hey, you're great, man.
All right. Women and children and men of all different shapes and sizes living their life in the front of Port Daxio. What is it, Vera, that you would like to do?
All right. Well, I am going to head towards wherever I think the boys are at, but in no particular hurry. Just going to meander down the roads, see what I see.
All right.
Shops or anything? I don't know.
Sure. Easily seen, and you all were relayed this information from the ship that you all docked off of. The captain of that ship pointed your direction towards a very large fort that rises high above the rest of the town. All the buildings in this town seem to have a similar height. Maybe no larger than 3 stories in any dimension, but the fort itself rises very high, like a old style castle. Obviously, to have a view of all of its surroundings. And you make your way through town, easily enough. Sauntering through, it's pretty ruckus in the dockers area here, the port district.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are people, not just this tavern, but several other, very smaller, shady taverns, just either fighting each other, yelling at each other, arguing with each other, but it's just very lively. And that carries over into much of the town overall. You make your way from there into what is essentially the trade district. And in the trade district, there are plenty of shops of all different varieties. You You see people coming and going, exiting and leaving different buildings with different crates and different sizes, different wheelbarrows and sort of rigs to carry around different materials. You notice there are anything you could be interested in looking for, and something sort of catches your eye. There is what seems to be, some of these shops have like that windowed wall in the front, so you get a little effect of the window shopper. And this is towards the nicer side of the traders district, further away after about 30 minutes walking. And you're getting closer towards maybe the residential district or the legal district, and you see like this building with a plethora of knickknacks and trinkets of all different like small wooden figures and very like well crafted. You would see like scars hanging off of mannequins, and then on those same mannequins there are different forms of jewelry, and then there are like easels in this window of different like art pieces. And on the front of it, there's a little sign that hangs from this shop, and it just says McHale's.
Huh. All right. You know what? I'm gonna take a venture in there.
Yeah. All right. You make your way inside, and as small little shops like these are prone to do, it makes that little sound that the bell makes, ding 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 ding. I can't make a bell noise with my human mouth, but a little bell rings as you enter the door, and you hear from across the way, and it's a little cluttered but very very large on the inside. It seems like this store front has taken up at least two would essentially be like building floors and has fused them together, but it doesn't have any like upstairs. Essentially is what the construction of this place is.
Okay.
All across in your immediate view, you see large sort of like shelves of different materials, lots of different paints, lots of different beads assorted in different buckets, and also plenty of yarns of different colors, lots of sewing material of different colors, and you get the sense that this is some sort of, not necessarily like they sell particular objects, but this is more of a hobby shop. Like you can come here. There are like little blocks of like wood that you could purchase and easily like craft. And as that bell rings, you hear from across the way, "Hello, welcome, come in. Make yourself at home. If you need anything, just I will be with you in a second." And a few minutes pass as you're kind of carousing and perusing.
Would there, by any chance, happen to be any like knitting needles over there?
Yeah,
yarns or
easily enough. You find that on the right side of this shop, you see, and closer towards like the far end of the shop as you walk in. So you take to the right side, you move along the wall, and you notice that there's a caddy corner with plenty of different knitting materials. And very thick yarns of different rolls and sizes, like those little tubes with that that have the yarn knitted around them. And you see this man. Oh God! Again, excuse me. I'm dead. Oh, I threw up a little bit. Oh well. Anyways, you hear this man say, "Oh no, I threw up a little bit. Sorry. Welcome to my store. My name is Mikhail. Welcome to Mikhail's. Is there anything I can help you look for? This seems to be a dwarven male, sort of a dark skin tone, very very nicely trimmed facial hair, and he wears like this little like apron that has like this well stitched print that just says Mikhail's on the front of it. And this dwarven man looks at you and eyes you up. "Can I help you?"
Oh, yes, thank you. I've just been observing your wares here. And you sell these materials, not already made things?
No, well, there are a few crafts that I have put together. I have a lot of free time, so there are a few crafts that we like to put in the front of the store to just show everyone that with a little bit of imagination, a little bit of hard work, you can make anything as long as you have the right materials, and only the best materials are at Mikhail's.
Of course. I love this yellow yarn you've got here. My mother, she used to knit a lot. Yellow was her favorite color.
Oh, well, if you're interested in that, we have plenty of different shades. In fact, and he kind of goes underneath this walled area, and there seems to be along this entire wall these cupboards that sit at knee level, and he pulls some open. Yes, I think I have some here and some here. If you like different shades, and he sets them up on this cupboard. We have different shades, different lengths, different thicknesses. What is it you are looking to make?
I mean, I'm not crafting myself. I might send some home to my mother, but she tends to just make little, patterned squares and such.
I see.
Maybe
I
a
see.
pot holder?
A pot holder, that is a very cute idea. Perhaps a thinner material, a little... no, how about we meet in the middle? This would be very easy to work with. We have this is a nice, you said kitchen. How about a mustardy, orangey color?
We might try, if you have anything closer to just a real sunshiny yellow.
Sunshine. Yes. He goes further in. He loses an arm into the. It's gone entirely. He is bleeding out and dying. No, he puts his arm deep inside of this cupboard. Yes, my favorite form of yellow. I keep this in the back of the cupboards. So don't tell anyone. But this right here, and it just glows and radiates. This is what I like to call sunflower. It is it's very bright, I would say. And very easy to work with. We only have a few at the moment. That's why I was hiding it. But I understand the one's love for a mother. So I'm willing to part with a few rolls of this if you're willing. And they're about what's a good size? Like the size of a softball. He puts out 2 in front of you.
Okay.
I have a few more. How many were you looking for?
Probably just the one, to be honest.
Well, this is fine with me. That's more for Mikhail to put to his uses. If you just come with me, they're right this way. I can ring this up, or if there's anything else you're looking for, perhaps in the store, we can. I can see maybe help you with any other crafts. Maybe you would like yourself to get into some crafting. We have some woodwork.
I don't have much time on my hands to be crafting, but I'm sure my mother would love that. She always used to say it was the color of happiness.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. And I got a 20.
You see you see in this dwarven man's eyes and in his bushy brows and large bulbous nose, right above that nose, at the corner of his eye, the smallest little glimmer. And he turns from you very quickly. Yes. So one spool of sunflower.
Are you all right there?
He turns back to you. Miss, I wish for you to have this. Just keep it. And send it to your mother. And send it with love.
Are you quite sure about that?
Of course. I don't necessarily have to. It's a penance. It is only a few mere silver. And your feelings reached me.
Oh, well,
Mama!
Thank you kindly.
Sorry.
I don't know what to say.
He turns away from you again. I do not mean to let my emotions get the best of me, but you seem, from your garb, one who works quite diligently with the armed forces of Arcadia. So, this is a gift.
Yes.
And all I ask in return is that should you ever need more, only know that the best materials are with Mikhail.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm also paid to tell you that though my name is Mikhail, I do not own the store. The owner of the store is also named Mikhail, and thus he thought it'd be best to find someone else who is named Mikhail. Anyways, this is for you. Is there anything else I can get you?
No, thank you. I really appreciate. Is there a post office anywhere near here?
A post office? Yes, I believe so. And it's easy enough to get what I must. Yes, of course you're going to send this to your mother
Yeah.
back in Arcadia. So if you head towards the legal district, that's about a few blocks over. Excuse me again. Oh, mama, it's the borscht. It's the borscht. It's not settling right. Anyways. Yes, if you go to the legal district about 3 blocks over, you'll see a very large sort of pavilion that carries the name Port Vicestead. That is the legal building, and around there, I believe south of this little square, there should be a post office. Easily found enough. It carries the state flag and waves it high above its building, so you should be able to find it.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully, I'll be able to come back soon and get some more.
Definitely. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your mama, tell everyone that materials found at Mikhail's are the best. He gives like a little like smile that seems forced a bit. and again another little like droplet of eye water. Please, on your way. I'm sure your ma needs that as soon as possible.
All right. Well, you have a nice day, Mikhail.
You too. Your name, madam.
Mine?
Of course, I must remember my those who I sell my products to.
It's Vera.
Vera. Very well. I will put you in our favored over here. In our we have a little list of special customers. Have a good day.
You too. I head out the door.
All right. And you start to make your way towards the that post office?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Easily found. You see in this legal district several like public buildings. Obviously one seems to be some sort of like city hall of sorts, made of a nice like white material and marble that hangs a very large flag over its entirety. There seems to be a library in the same area, and near that library, maybe like almost opposite of it, mirroring the street, there is a post office. It just clearly says Arcadian Post Office, and waves a smaller but very well-maintained flag above its building. It seems to be only a single story, but very wide. And you make your way in?
Yes, I do.
You see a young human male who seems to be attending a desk. Behind him, seems to be a lot of heavier workers, heavier lifters, kind of moving things back and forth. A few people barking orders left and right, and it seems to be very lively. It seems that maybe a lot of activity occurs here because this is a port city, and this is essentially the only place to send out goods, or send particular smaller like personal mails and goods. And the human man just kind of looks at you. His name is John Humanman, and yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Yes. I'm looking to send a small package.
Oh, a small
Back to
package.
Arcadia.
What is the contents of the package?
It's just this, and I hold up the ball of yarn.
Oh, I see. Do you have a container that you would like to be sending this in, or would you like to purchase one here?
I'm gonna need to purchase one if that's all right.
Absolutely. And do you have a name of this person? He pulls out a little like a note card and some forms. I need a name of who this will be sent to.
Her name is Hope.
All
Cobb with 2 B's.
All right, Hope Cobb. And the sender, your name, Miss Cobb. Vera. All right, Vera Cobb. Is that it?
Vera Cobb. Yes.
Vera Cobb. Sounds good. And a destination.
That's to Canton, Arcadia.
Canton, Arcadia. All right. Sounds about right. That puts it pretty close to the capital district. So I don't think that will be too much of a cost. If you could give me just a minute so I can put this in, and I'll return to you with your box.
Of course.
He goes into the back of the room. He into the back, like to the fray. That's what essentially this is. It's not really like closed walls or anything. There's just like the banister there in front of you. A lot of like different cubbies along every wall. A few rows of shelving in different sorts. There's a back door that seems to be open where people are coming and going of a similar uniform. And he goes into this fray. He pulls out a small box. He comes back. All right, here I have a stamp for Miss Hope Cobb from a Mrs. Excuse me. Oh my
Goodness.
I think it must have been something I ate. So to Miss Hope Cobb from Miss Vera Cobb to Canton, Arcadia. This distance, the cost, and with the size of the package, this will be about 2 gold.
All right, no problem. And I pull it out, give him 2 gold.
All right, sounds perfect. And for the 2 gold price, we will send this, and it should arrive within the month. If you would like to purchase Prime delivery, then that could be done within the next 2 weeks for another 3 gold.
The standard delivery will be all right. Thank you, though.
Sounds good. Is there anything else I can help you out with, ma'am?
Would I be able to write a letter and it be attached with the package?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I have some paper here. If you don't have some of your own,
I don't.
That sounds fine with me, and that easily is covered in the 2 gold. That weight should be negligible, and I can put it right here inside this box.
Thank you so much.
He pulls out basically, not like scrap paper, but not like really nice paper. It's just some vellum, and he sets it there in front of you. And I have a pen right here, and he sets out a little like feathered ink pen and ink quill and well. Just take your time, and whenever you're ready, he kind of moves you over to the side, because it seems that in the like small minute that you've arrived, there are a line of maybe 4 or 5 other people behind you.
All right.
He kind of shouts behind him, gets another person to come up to the desk, John Humanman too, and you write your letter. Anything you wish to share or keep to yourself, it's up to you.
Yeah, all right. So I go ahead and I dictate this letter, and what do I say? All right. And it starts out as, Dear Mama, I know it's been a while. I haven't heard from you, but I wait every day for your letters. They're usually the best part of my month. I couldn't help but purchase some of this yellow yarn that I found. I thought it matched your favorite color pretty well. And it made me think of all those times we used to sit outside on that front porch. And you would say, that there, point up at the... And you'd say, that is the color of happiness. And I think if you keep working at it, you might be able to get back to some of those fancy patterns that you used to knit for me. And hopefully my next military allowance should be coming to you soon. Look forward to hearing from you. Love, your Vera. And I fold it up or whatever and stick it in the box.
Do you say that out loud?
Shh.
I'm curious.
I mumble to myself.
Sure. You see John Humanman just kind of peering over next to you as like he seems to have drawn up some other like workers here to deal with the other customers.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. I will send this as soon as possible.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And you have a good day.
You too.
He folds it up. He puts it in the box. He seals it up with duct tape or whatever, you know. And they have some
Whatever
sort of,
adhesive bandage they might have.
whatever they used for sealing in the 1886s or whatever. And he goes about it, and you trust that your package will be delivered to your mother within the month.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Then I head out to find that fort, to get to that fort.
All right, Fort Ardenfall stands there high above the city before you, no more than a 15-minute walk away from this particular district, and you make your way towards it. As you make your way there, you're walking past the... it's more like as soon as you leave the post office. As soon as you leave the post office, you hear a very loud, cacophonous bang.
Oh.
The shot of a cannon being blasted, and you see a small trail of smoke and a small flash of light in your peripheral at the top of a wall, the wall, essentially, that surrounds much of the city, all of the city, in fact. Off into the distance, in the air, that it just like fades almost immediately. A few commands are being shouted. Oh, excuse me, the Dungeon Master has a monster living in his belly. And,
Dungeon Master needs to take a Tums or two.
Yeah.
look, dude, Pepto's my jam. No, why did I just... Who cares about Pepto? Anyways, you see, that this volley, essentially, there are like these, ballistae, like these gigantic, essentially, crossbow, scorpion type, siege, devices are at the top of the building, and then every few bits or so along like a very particular tower that punctuates the wall along its parts, there are these large motor-like cannons that the heaviest cities in Arcadia are defended with. An old man, as you exit, coughs very haphazardly as the cannon fire goes off. Oh, sorry, miss. And he just kind of moves about his way.
Gosh.
You continue your way towards the fort.
Yeah, is there anyone like that I can see that's in uniform or anything like that? You know, that might know what's going on.
Just for the sake of me going with it, that old man seems to have some sort of military dress. Not necessarily like full-on armament, but he does seem to have like a uniform on for more of those who do like clerical work.
Okay.
He also has a cane and is very hunched over.
I'm gonna pass on talking to him,
No one
and I'm
wants to
just
talk to my
gonna
old dudes.
I'm gonna take like a nice like brisk jog
Okay, all right.
towards the tower. Seems
All right.
a bit more urgent now.
The tower, not the fort.
Oh, the fort. My bad.
Okay, sure. You could go to the tower too if you wanted to. But you make your way. You kind of sprint through the town. You see a few officers leaving buildings, and entering buildings. And as you're kind of like not sprinting through, but you do make a jog. Some of the officers and some of the enlisted folk as well. There seems to be a patrol of a few low-ranking individuals, what seem to be like city guard of some sort. They look strangely at you as you're like quickly making your way, not sprinting, but quickly making your way towards the fort. You can also talk to any of them if you didn't like my old dude.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna roll up to that city guard.
Yeah. Yes, Sergeant.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm assuming you mean the cannon fire. Are you
Yes.
one of the recently adjuncted here, correct?
Yes.
Yes. My name is Corporal Atters, and this must be, I assume, a bit strange for you. There's no real worry. our cannonades and ballista fire about at least, at the very least, weekly, if not twice weekly. Only in the occasion of how would one say, the savage raiders, the what they would call those who, I assume, lived here long before civilization came to this blasted land. No need to rush. No need to hurry. I've heard you are reporting in within about an hour, but this is a normal occurrence, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And I kind of turn back towards the fort, and I walk away kind of awkwardly because I feel like there should be a lot more hustle in these people's minds. But if it's normal, then I just kind of walk.
He calls to his men. They form back up and they fall behind him, and he waves you off, and you make your way to the fort. And you do realize that at the cannon fire, no one really, none of the officers, none of the sergeants, none of the it's easily enough for none of the, well, maybe not easy enough, but like especially like the lowest ranking and youngest individuals, why aren't they moving with any more step? But after that cannon fire dies down, it goes on for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. It's quiet and peaceful once again. There's no rush, there's no worry going about in these people. And you make your way to the Fort Ardenfall, kind of superimposed in stone. Is there anything else you were?
Nope. At this point, I'm just looking to find the other people that I got here with.
Sure. It seems to be that there is a few people walking in towards the fort. There seems to be a... Oh, God. Why am I burping so hard? Cut for burps. No, I'm not editing any of this. But basically, there seems to be a few... I would say like a not a brigade, like a platoon, maybe of like 30 men in a simple light garb that are running in formation their way out of the fort and like into the streets. You assume they're wearing very light clothing, so they must be doing some sort of group exercise. But there are similar people to you in that they only have the duffel on their back and, you know, their clothes on them, walking their way in towards the fort. And inside the fort, you see this large drill area. This large, almost dirt, just entirely dirt floor within the fort. And if I can actually move us there, I can move us there visually for the players, and then for the sake...
You mean I actually get to look at Roll20 now?
Oh yeah, you guys can look at Roll20.
Wow.
And all the listeners are going to be like, why aren't you using the visual? Because I'm going to get sued. Alright? That's as simple as it is. If you made it,
poor as hell.
if you've made it this far, 30 minutes in, the reason why I'm not using visual aspects is because I'm going to get sued if I just put this up on the internet. So, you see a very large, like classical style castle here. The walls of the city surrounding it, and there is, if I can do a little like mark, maybe like around this area, and then this way. There's a on the like outer edges of the of this large castle is essentially another series of walls that rise about the same level as the normal walls themselves. And then this large open area that everyone can just kind of walk through. And you see a group of about 30 or so men and women, different heights, colors, and sizes. Not necessarily standing in formation, but they seem to have started lining up. Apparently someone has told somebody that this is where they're meeting, and if you really have nowhere else to go, nowhere better to go, you can lay down. It seems a lot of people have sat down, laid down on their backs, taken a rest. And in this group, you see Castle and Cal, who seem to be right next to each other, but you can break out of formation and speak to them if you want, or you can just line up with the rest of them. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him.
All right.
Y'all know what on earth is going on here?
Hi, good to see you. No. Apparently it's routine. I'm supposed to stay calm?
I don't understand why there's not a bit more jump in these people's hop, but
I
I was
completely
hoping you might
agree.
have the answer.
No, I'm a bit in the dark on this one.
If
What
there's
if,
a fight, there's a fight. If not, that's fine too. Where's
Well-
Table Dancer?
I left her when she wanted to get a bath.
You left? Oh well, I certainly hope she's capable of handling all of those men at once.
She seems like she might be.
Well, last I left, she fell on her ass. She was that drunk. Now all those men. I don't question the intentions of every man based on the first impression, but you know, let's just hope she shows up on time.
All right.
And I distinctly point my nose in the air away from everyone.
Your nose raises high into the
Good
sky,
lord.
almost reaching the clouds themselves.
And exhale the.
The puff of air sends shivers down the most unorganized troop. So you guys, one guy kind of leaning back, sleeping on his duffel with very dark hair. It like kind of like covers his face. He looks at you. He's quite edgelordy. Seems to his uniform betrays somewhat of a sergeant's rank, but he just kind of like raises one eye open. Oh, ma'am, sorry, and he kind of shoves his way out of the placing so you can kind of make your way into the group. And you guys sit there playing God knows what, fucking patty cake or, cards. You guys could play cards again. But there is essentially a whole about an hour and a half that is still left until this group is meant to meet their commander.
What are the odds that there is an outdoor gym in this area? Picture
High.
California.
Very high. It is a drill area, and then there are quite literally bars for pull-ups. There are just like heavy rocks in one corner. There looks to be like a little drilling, not drilling area, like a little training area. Like this whole place is a training area, but this place where you're sitting is more for like presentations, marches for a ceremonial order. But then far to there's like three main buildings, right? There's the large fort itself, and then there's a flanking on both sides, kind of coming down along its left and right. There are these mid-height buildings, about 3 stories tall, and next to one of those buildings on the right, there seems to be like an open space right before it that has a lot of training equipment there next to it.
I'm gonna go and hit up those while we're waiting.
What is it
yeah.
you're trying to work on?
Upper body, upper body here, almost exclusively. There are a bunch of people around, and
Show off.
yeah, no, that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much. Well, I mean, I don't know. It seems a little further away from where we're all gathering around. Maybe
It's about
no one's around there.
150 feet. There are a couple
Yeah.
people there.
Okay, well then, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna head over there while we're waiting. I'll motion to Cal and Vera. Hey, you guys, if you'd like, you can come. We'll work out with me. I don't know how you guys feel about a post-evening or pre-evening pump, but I myself am a fan. And Cal, you look like you could use a little bit of extra meat on your bones, because Vera here looks like she could take you in a scruff.
I look at Castle, I look at Vera, and I look back at Castle, and I go, I'll hold our place.
All right, well, I guess I give him a little eyebrow raise and then continue heading towards this awesome outdoor. Is it Venice Beach? Which beach is Is the one in California that has all the workout equipment, and there's just a bunch of like meatheads there. Yeah,
Venice Beach, and it is essentially sort of like that because there's the drill area that that people walk and march on, and it's basically like a red brownish dirt that has been like stepped into to be flattened. Maybe grass.
Are there giant tires?
But in the drill area, it's like this pit of sand that has been, designated here. Like people have brought sand in, probably from the beaches, and have placed it out here so no one really hurts themselves. There aren't necessarily giant beaches because everything here seems to be made of either single form iron or stone.
I'm not like specifically looking for a beach. I'm just looking for heavy things to pick up and put down.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is like there's like pull-up bars.
Myself included count as a heavy thing that I can pick up and put down. Yeah, we don't need to spend too much time on this. Just
the sand is there for
that's just what I'm doing.
I'm just letting everyone know that you got to be safe when you're doing your exercises, and if you're outside doing exercises, make sure you have a soft place to do it on. Anyways, give me an athletics check.
The more you know.
Okay. 7.
Oh shit.
Rough day.
What exercise do you start on first?
You really should have asked me that first. Okay, so this is just warm ups. This is just warm up stretching. Yeah, warm up stretching.
Okay.
And yeah, kind of like warm up push-ups. Like maybe I slept on the side on the shitty boat cot that I was sleeping on, and maybe there's just a little.
No, I think that tracks because as you do the right over left kind of arm stretch across your chest, you have a very big chest, and this is, oh excuse me. Just even getting your left arm to your right elbow and pulling left is it's a little straining. You've been sleeping rough for the last month or so in a hammock, and you don't pull up in the chest, but you get that like very strange back pull that occurs when you like sleep hard or you sleep wrong. You get your pump in, you get your workout in. You just have this very small, minute, constant annoyance that has seemed to be a little bit inflamed right now in like the lower lat. Yeah, we're D&D nerds, but we know muscles. We know muscles.
My muscles. All right.
God.
Okay, so that's just the case for my whole workout. It's just okay. So it's kind of a.
Yeah, you get your stretching.
I didn't have pre-workout with me.
If you did, you'd have advantage.
It's just a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a pre-workout at this time of day is just opioids.
I feel like the more people there are to watch him, the better he dies.
Yeah, there's like 4 dudes, and all of them are just very large dudes. They do seem impressed by his size and stature, but they also seem to be lunkheads, so they don't, they can't stop, won't stop, always Venice Beach in it, whatever people do. And you get your workout in. You return back to the group. About 30 minutes pass with that workout, and you all line up. There seems to be more people now filing in, whereas when Vera arrived, there were about 25, 27 people. It seems that size has almost doubled, and you notice on the other side of the group there seems to be Tsia. Tsia has kind of made her way in, and see if you want to. We've lost one of our players. He's dead. Blake has pawned out. Tsia, but you arrive. You see your buddies there before you. Oh, this is the thing that happened earlier where like he just like timed out.
Oh yeah.
And we have no idea. All right, so just for listeners' sake, Blake's probably gonna come back in and be like, "What happened?" And I'll have to retell everything that happened. But Han, J. Cody, Riley, is there any things you guys want to communicate as well, actually, it's more like Tsia, because you see them before they see you. Tsia, do you approach them?
Oh, okay. Hey guys, what's up? Don't tell me I'm early.
You see a guy. You see a guy laying on the floor. Another one, and he just kind of rolls over and gets out of the way.
There are exactly 59 minutes until our meeting starts.
What's wrong with that guy?
I'm sleeping.
Sleeping? You know there's like an inn down the street, right?
He turns away from you. That costs money.
Suit yourself. As she steps over him and I guess kind of nicking his pinky finger.
Ah.
Alright, something weird happened, but I'm back. I don't know if y'all...
Yeah, you're alive. Tsia has walked up to your group. She has introduced herself, said hi. And
Did she cut me?
What do you mean, cut you? No, she cut the guy sleeping on the floor, waiting.
Oh, okay. Good.
Fucking castle doesn't bleed. Alright,
Castle runs true. Okay.
and you guys, what do you guys discuss? What do you guys, I mean, Sia's here, if you guys want to...
Hey guys, am I early?
A bit early, yeah.
Oh, seriously? Wow,
Yeah.
I thought I was killing so much time too. What have you guys been doing? Just standing here?
Pretty much. Unless you feel the need to get a few push-ups in.
Push-ups?
I can help with
That
that.
can work out. The only thing I need to be lifting is my sniper rifle. Other than that, it's pointless.
I agree in a sense.
Wait, what was that? Did you
I-
actually agree with me?
I
Music to my
just-
ears.
You're exercising your expertise, what you're good at, you know? It makes sense. I use similar logic, is all I'm saying.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
And I kind of just like kind of
His nose is so high. His nose is in the clouds.
Yeah.
begrudgingly like,
I mean, I'd like to imagine that he was Cal was facing away from me when he was having this conversation, and as he turns around and gives that little pompous look that I'm just standing there. And him trying to look up is really just him looking into my chest.
I hold it. I take a step back and excuse me, and then maintain my face.
What was that you said
Somewhere
about
else.
working out?
Good lord.
We're all exercising what we need to, is all I'm saying.
Okay. Tsia, nice of you to join us.
I came a little bit too early, but nice to see you guys.
Alright, well. Michael, how much more time do we have? About?
Yeah, I
45
just kind of
minutes.
want to wait. I'm waiting. I'm just gonna wait it out.
That's what happens. Like, it is the nature of things. If you're early, you're late. If you're late, you're dead, sort of thing. Wait, no, yeah, basically, yeah. What's the term? If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, you're dead. Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, there seems to be
Sure.
now a group of 100 folk here.
So how long have we been standing, like, approximately?
As you've arrived and as you've kind of like introduced yourself, about 15 minutes pass. So there's maybe a good 45 minutes up until
45 minutes left till, like, everything starts?
yeah. So there seems to be, like, at the moment, somebody seems to pull out like a group of people, like four heavy dudes, pull out like this parade box that they have set up there, all made of wood, and then another guy kind of brings up a little podium to go on top of that. And yeah, I mean, you do have some time if you wish to, throw wrenches in my game. Go ahead.
How tall is Lieutenant Castle?
That's a good question.
About 6'4", 6'5".
Damn. Okay.
How
Yeah.
tall is Lieutenant Zane?
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
Oh, she's like 5'5".
Okay.
You're taller.
Oh
than
my god, I'm taller than someone.
That's why we play fantasy games.
It is. It is.
Right? I guess if as time is passing, she's going to try to climb on Lieutenant Castle and sit on his shoulder, his broad shoulders.
Without him noticing.
Yeah. Do you do this stealthily or you just go at it?
Stealthily.
As quickly as possible, kind of like you know as you kind of like casually jump on something and sit on it.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. Like
I guess my only other question is, Castle, as you feel something start to crawl up onto your body, do you resist? That's all I need to know.
Does it seem like a threatening climb, like a threatening
still big
ascension?
I don't know. I've never had anyone climb up onto my shoulder,
All right.
so I really couldn't
Okay,
tell you.
can I volunteer that I make an insight check or some sort of wisdom saving throw
Yeah, no,
to
insight.
discern whether or not
Insight
this?
makes
Okay,
sense.
all right,
God,
all
does
right,
he have PTSD?
all right. Yeah, this is
Oh, my
this is
lord.
a 7.
You have no
again.
idea.
So Tsia, out of character, I guess. What are your actual intentions here? What am I inciting exactly?
Nothing.
she-
You do not know. You did not roll.
Okay, well, as soon as she crawls on my shoulder,
Well, she says
I
something.
guess
She
I kind
says, "Hold still,
oh.
big guy."
Okay, well, I most certainly do not hold still. I rolled a 7. So I am gonna kind of like, I guess as she's ascending my shoulder, I'm just gonna kind of like grab her,
Sure.
like one-handed, and kind of like bring her around in front of me and like set her down on the floor
Hey,
and just look at her.
Sure.
You know, I'd kind of appreciate it if you would ask me first before you started climbing all over me. I could have really hurt you. You're kind of I
hurting
could've-
my wrist right now.
I wasn't aware that I was still holding on. Sorry.
Start getting tired from standing.
Oh, well. I guess that's all right. Sure. Come on up. And I guess I take a knee. I'll take a knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
See acrobatics with advantage.
What?
Damn.
This should be easy.
What?
This is easy enough. Whatever.
Stepping.
I had planned to roll for it earlier, but you guys were just
Alright, 24. She triple backflips onto my shoulder.
yeah. Oh, excuse
I
me.
guess.
Excuse me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the DM now. 24 as she triple backflips and she lands on your shoulders. Yeah. Tsia, it is a muscly, but I suppose relatively more comfortable than standing for a long time. Position as he. I guess. Do you stand up as she gets back on?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, I'm gonna move around normally. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like really take into account that she's there. If she wants to hang on, then she's got to hang on. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Easily enough. There's no.
yeah,
downside.
I imagine like so the size of my Adam's apple is like one of those like rock climbing handles. You know, if you go to like a rock climbing course, you know, there's just like that little thing that she can just like kind of like wrap her fingers around, just in case.
Around your neck.
Good.
Yeah,
Just in
just in case. A big beefy neck. Yeah.
Oh, keep going. I'm almost there.
Since I'm up here now, what do I see?
Here's the thing. You did see everything previously, but now
Okay.
you see everything from a higher vantage.
Oh,
See the tops of
wow.
You see, the large castle there in front of you, which kind of acts as like the main body of the fort. To the left and right sides, there are two buildings. One seems to be, and you take a little a view at it. There's a mock training like workout area in front of it, and then there seems to be a little like burned wooden sign that says quartermastery along there. And then to the left side, this is they're both 3-story buildings, but this one is much more simpler, and just very square, and it seems to be broken up. For the sake of players right now on the map, again, the wall, like if this is the large castle, there's a wall that kind of comes around it, right? And then the left building of it, and then the right building of it is over to the left and right of it, obviously. And then I need to look away from the map because I just allow my players to just do whatever they want on it. But then on the left side, there is a barracks, essentially. Maybe, 3 or 4 buildings right next to each other, in a sort of like square formation that all seem very similar and mundane, but they all have, a series of windows like dorms would. None of the outside buildings look run down. This is just, for the sake of art. I just found certain art on the internets. So yeah, you see everything now at a higher vantage than you did before, and you also see now that there's a little like parade desk, not desk, but parade stand there that's centered in front of all 100 of y'all. Everyone seems to be making some quibs, some jokes, some like little cliques have arrived. I'd like in this moment, it's about 20 minutes before start. Castle,
Yes.
can I get a perception?
All right. 12.
12. All right. Well, it's not that bad. So, what you see across the way, and easily enough so, even with somebody constantly pushing down on your head is still much higher than everyone's shoulders. And you can kind of survey this group of like 100 or so men and women. You see a familiar face. That man's name is Russo. And he stands way across the way. And you guys kind of meet eyes. And
I take off running. I take off running. No regard for Tsia whatsoever.
Athletics check. Yeah, athletics check.
Oh my god.
Tsia.
If I can get it in.
See, what did you roll?
8.
12.
What are you rolling for? I'm just.
I thought you told me to roll.
No,
one.
I said Tsia. Sia is the one. No,
All right.
Sia is the one who's trying to hold on. She doesn't. She ends up slipping off the back of you as you kind of break formation and start making like a little jog down there. Sia, you land on your butt again for the second time today. Doesn't hurt too much, but
Big cushion.
Lieutenant, you jerk!
you are prone as Castle runs off. Castle, you see also a large, shorter figure. No, you're good. I've been burping and coughing all day, so it's fine. You see a much larger figure kind of run towards you. Simple, short, buzzed hair, a very pocketed face, large jaw, and a similar build, but nowhere near as tall. With a similar outfit of the flak jacket and cargo pants on, and he runs up to you.
Or DM, first and foremost. When was the last time I saw Russo?
Russo, like you took the month here, and then like your last deployment was with him. So we'll say somewhere around 4 months ago.
And he wasn't on the boat that we arrived with, right?
Nope.
Correct. Okay. All right. Well, I run up and I like to imagine that there's some sort of like predetermined super muscly dude handshake that him and I have, where like it starts off with like a Russian arm grasp.
Yeah. So essentially, have you guys seen the movie? I think it's Terminator, not Terminator. Alien. No, Predator. It's Predator. I think it's one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies.
It's Predator. You're thinking Predator.
Yes. And it's just the two of you in these very tight shirts walking up towards each other, and you both clasp hands. And he looks at you and he says, "Von Samson Castle Smith, you son of a bitch." And you just clasp hands real hard, and both of you flex, just like you guys are doing like this air, like trying to like overpower one of each other, but you guys are just kind of like maintaining right there. And then you come in for the bro hug, and there's a loud, resounding slap, and he says, Dick. That's me being allowed to say dick several times. What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you, Russo. Well, we're not really sure yet. I'm just here because I was told to be here, taking orders and such.
You got transferred here too?
Yes, well, so far, I mean, I'm not really sure if this is where I'll be staying, but I hope so. I hope wherever I go, you follow.
Well, I mean, I hope so too, man. Do you know? You heard of this guy that we're supposed to meet? Commander Warston or something? Have you ever heard of this guy?
No.
Nah, me either. Like I don't. Yeah, they said they needed some extra forces, some bigger guys out here. And I just really. Do you think we could be put on the same team?
Well, let me tell you, I'm pretty sure they would only need us two for whatever's going on, because we're easily two of the best soldiers in this squad. Am I right?
You're fucking Right, my friend. I swear
More
to God.
flexing.
No.
More flexing. Except they're sweating now.
Okay,
like sweats.
So for all the weeboo
Sweats made an appearance.
Weeboo listeners, all the anime listeners who have gotten this far, there's a show called Fullmetal Alchemist where basically
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like you don't even have to say anymore.
so
That's
both of
exactly
you
what I was thinking.
drop
Yeah.
flak jackets, and in mid conversation, you guys just start flexing.
Oh
and you
my
just start going like just kind of like doing your best poses towards each other. And he goes, "Nah, man, would you believe it? I'm flexing right now in my fucking chair. I don't know why I'm doing this." But he says, "No, for real, we're the only ones who could actually ever do shit." I was this the puniest fucking dude on my ship. We shared a room with this guy, and he was all like, "This motherfucker wears glasses. Like, who wears glasses to a fight?"
You know, I think I'm about to experience something very similar. There's
bro.
this toothpick curler over here that didn't even want to work out with me when I invited him. We had all the time. We had all the time in the world, and he was just not about it.
Oh
Ugh.
my God. You notice
know,
he looks
I know.
no, he looks past you, and you realize that he has just realized that there is a workout station. And he starts to look back at his like little spot where his duffel is and his clothes, and looks at you. Damn it! I don't think we got enough time. How about after the meeting? We get a workout in?
Oh, I'm so down for second pump today, bro. I have no idea.
All right. On the count of 3, we're gonna do our best poses, right? Right.
All right.
Right in the eye. Look me right in the eye when do it. You need to. You know you need to.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Both roll athletics checks.
I was gonna say performance.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Doesn't help me out.
No,
Doesn't
no.
help me out
Performance-
nearly at
performance
all.
works.
But yeah.
What's your modifier?
None.
You have no. Okay, so he just rolls a flat roll.
Yeah.
Both of you look ridiculous.
Wow.
With a 9
with
and a
with
6.
a 9 and a 6. See, I was trying to be a little bit more accurate with it.
Yeah.
Athletics probably would have helped me.
Oh well. But
But-
you know, you guys need to. You know, it's showcasing. It's one thing to be very fit and very muscly. It's another thing to showcase that and portray those emotions of the muscles to each other. But everyone else just looks at you like, "What the fuck are these two doing? What the?"
Yeah, how far away was this?
Yeah, how far is
Yeah.
it?
It was quite literally in front of everybody.
Oh.
Oh, so I heard.
Like there's
I
100
heard,
Oh yeah.
right?
You guys
You
look
know you're too
ridiculous.
Risa was it on our boat?
No, it was-
Or
no.
was-
No.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, there's spectacles, but I heard all this.
A little bit muffled, but like there's only a people, like a group of 100, and like if you guys put like a group of 100 people in a block, right, and they're just basically like right in the front of it.
I mean, I literally do nothing, but take
Tia
a
is
mental,
laughing.
take a mental.
Oh,
note.
Yeah, I'm just cracking up. Like I can't.
Yeah,
They're
I-
tall and large. You can see
Softly
them
to
both.
myself.
Yeah, I am laughing. and
Well,
I'm-
but then I go,
am
oh,
pointing.
but I go, oh, but how rude of me. This is Tsia, and I look over my shoulder, and she's not there. Where'd
She fell off.
she go?
Who's Sia?
I don't know. She was just right here.
Yeah, there's just a girl on her butt laughing
Yeah.
her ass off.
I don't know.
So stupid. What are you doing?
Is she still on the ground?
Yes.
I mean, you don't look exactly smart down there.
And whose fault was that?
Probably yours. I wasn't holding on to you.
Whoa. Sis, bro. She just say we're stupid? Oh yeah, little lady? Is this stupid? He does another stupid flex. Come on, bro. Do the mirror.
bro.
Do the mirror with
No,
me.
no, man. That's rad. That's
You're
rad.
killing me.
Russo,
You're
I
killing
can't.
me.
I can't.
Whatever. Haters
Yeah,
haters are
whatever.
jealous.
Mhm.
All right, man. I gotta get back information before. I think we got like just a couple minutes left. But afterwards, to the training station.
Post-formation workout sesh, bro.
Bro, you guys clasp hands once more time, and
Mm.
it's shiny and muscly and oddly erotic. And yeah, you guys go back to formation. Everyone lines up, and at that moment, you hear like a single like bugle call, like bat, 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 and it seems everyone starts to like stand up, stop sleeping, kind of dust themselves off, and everyone starts to like line up properly. And with that, as you guys are all with information, let me change the tavern music to peaceful. I guess peaceful music.
Oh.
Nah, not that one. That one sucks. I'm doing Lost Frontier. All right. You hear the commander burp. No, you don't. All right. So
I can hear music if you're playing it. I don't know.
now you can.
Oh, there we are.
All right. All of you stand in formation. All of you line up. All of you dust yourselves off, and all of you reach like the parade stance. Like you're not at attention, but you guys are, looking forward, waiting for the next call for all of you to snap to and be introduced to this man that you know will be your commander for the next deployment, however long that may be. You hear another curt, quick bugle call. Burnt, 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 or whatever bugles sound like. And you all snap to, bring your legs together, hands to your side, and there is a man that walks out of this very large castle building down a series of stairs towards your drill area. He has light white hair and a full head of hair that comes into a beard, well trimmed, but it seems that he doesn't really need to take much care or stick within regulation of facial hair or hair of any sort for that matter. But it's just a powerful lion's mane, essentially, but grayed.
It's a little off-putting
Just a
for
bit.
me personally.
But
It's not in code.
But on his figure, on his body, there is the entirety of a old classical like battle plate. It's perfectly polished, clean, maintained. Two lions kind of like imposed on both of his shoulders, and he just marches towards you with a flank of about 6 men to each of his sides. He has a gaunt in his step, and he does seem to carry some sort of cane, very very thick, with a thick brass bulb at the top of it. And as he makes his way down the stairs, only ever slightly, he does have a limp, almost as if he doesn't necessarily need to walk with the cane, but he just chooses to at this point. And both men, all 6 men, sort of flank each side of the parade boxes, and he makes his way up from behind it, and then on top of it. Behind this whole scene, there is a group of what seem to be robed, cloaked individuals, but they all seem to be within a similar uniform. And you recognize that this uniform is within what you have heard as research and development within the Arcadian military. At once, they all bring their hands up, and then there's a charge of electricity, only ever so slightly, that you all feel before a bright white light emanates from all of their hands. And behind the commander, as he makes his way onto the podium, you see a sort of like laser light beam map of the known area of Brayton. Obviously, you see the port that you have made your way to, and several little villages that seem to be surrounding it, with all of the rivers amongst the land, the mountains far to the west, a few marked locations of ruins. This is a highly detailed map imposed on the wall of the castle in light.
Ooh.
And the commander makes his way up to the podium, and he there's some sort of amulet sort of surrounding his around his neck, and he takes the amulet and he brings it up to his mouth. With his other hand, he turns underneath it, and he speaks towards all of you. Fine, loyal soldiers, men and women of Arcadia. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Commander Nanthar Warsten. I have been in service to His Majesty for all my life, and I have been commander of this here fort since its inception. I would like to welcome all of you to Port Brayton. Oh, sorry. To Port Visted. Now, I'm sure all of you are wondering what it is you are exactly doing here. Visted, this continent, Brayton, needs the best. And it needs you. We have spoken to several commanders of several different regiments and divisions. And each of you, for one reason or another, have been recommended to assist in the expeditionary forces here in Brayton. Now, this fort, Ardenfall, has stood for 15 years. The city itself for another 12. For 12 years during those 15. But unfortunately, though we have made our way into the lands, we have not been able to capitalize on everything that we have wanted to. We have been unable to establish any means of rapid transportation. We have established only 3 villages of any sort of reckonance or worth. And unfortunately, at the time, you should all know, one of those villages we have not heard of in over 6 months. We, my officers and I, will be using each of you to your absolute utmost potential as effectively as we can, so that we can push back into the lands, further industrialize and further civilize these lands, and further push back the savage raiders who call this land their home. This land is now Arcadia. This land is Brayton, and this land is ours, and we will tame it as such. If the savages here do not wish to be a part of this, then they are our enemy, and we will do what we do with all enemies. We will put them down. Half of you will be transported towards our southwestern fort in this location here. And he turns behind him, and there's a ping sort of on the map that sort of ripples throughout the map. Half of you will be deployed here to ensure safety towards the south and towards its nearest village. The other half of you will be stationed here in Fort... Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, I've shamed myself as High Commander. No. The other half of you will be stationed here in Fort Ardenfall, dealing with threats towards the north, and dealing with Shaybrook, the village that we have not been able to reach contact with in almost 6 months. Just a relative, just to give you each a understanding of how wide and far these lands are. The distance between here and Shaybrook seems to be only a meager 160 miles. You will quickly discover that once you leave the walls of Visted, that the nature and the wildlife are unforgiving, constantly growing, and constantly pushing in on all civilization. We have been able to make this fort here, and we've been able to keep it and maintain it for years. But with all of you, we hope to further solidify our hold. I'm sure many of you have questions. I'm sure many of you are willing to get to work, and I'm sure many of you are willing to even take a rest. That is by all means fine, and will be addressed. But those questions will not be addressed to me. Each of you will be assigned teams, and those teams will be assigned officers, ranking officers. You will be directly reporting to them, and as such, they will report to me and my council. Once again, I thank all of you for your service, for your loyalty, for your dedication. For Arcadia! And he snaps to, and he brings his hand towards his chest and slams and resonates against the plate. And many of the soldiers surrounding you copy in suit, slamming their chest and doing a sort of, not necessarily a formal salute, but more of a common cry in speeches as such like this. The man that...
do whatever. Okay, I was gonna say I'm totally doing whatever everyone else is doing.
Yeah, this is one of those moments that just kind of really like fills you with that fire. You all see the man depart from his station there, and then there seems to be a series of officers of different ranks, but much higher than lieutenant. These seem to be not, I think, company grade, or as you would call them, and they line up in front of the formation. And it seems that other people, the mages and the knights and the high commander, make their way back into towards the fort. And the officers start calling out numbers and calling out different names. And this goes on for several minutes. You guys have all kind of been relieved of standing straight up at attention, but you guys still have to wait the time it takes for everyone to be assigned their different groups. Groups of 3, 4, 5, some groups of 6. Von Samson, Castlesmith, Assassin. You feel a pang in your heart as you hear and overhear at the front of the formation, your buddy Russo is assigned to his team. A team of about 6. 2 of them very scrawny, but the other ones seem to be your common soldiers of the sort. You know, the daily life soldiers as you. But you overhear essentially that their unit will be moving towards the southern fort. And immediately, as those words are spoken by their higher officer, he turns to you. Russo turns to you, and there's just the saddest look of like this puppy dog face.
Oh.
And you both share a moment where you don't know, when's the next time you'll see each other. And he just pops real quick to you, and he gives you the bro salute. The little, not bro salute, he gives you the chest bump thing that like the commander does.
Sure.
And then there seems to be a man who starts calling out familiar names, names that you are all acquaintance with. And let's change up the tone here. All right. Ugh, I don't like that one. Whatever, we'll just stick with Tavern. This man looks to what's that movie with Django, and the German dude? What's that guy's name?
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained,
Yeah.
sure.
What's that movie with Django?
What's that movie with Django?
I thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, no, so did I. I was a little caught off guard by that. What's that movie with Django? You mean Jamie Foxx or
No, not Jamie Foxx. The guy, German guy, Django, German guy. His name is Christoph Waltz. You see a man who similarly looks like this guy. He doesn't have like the full curly Q beard, but he does have like the Civil War sort of liony mustache that's very puffy, and then the goatee underneath him. Oh, I'm dying, he says. No, he doesn't say that.
Jesus, that was fast. I can help.
No, yeah, put to work already. No, you see this man come to the board in front of you and starts calling out names. All right, would I need a Mrs. Sergeant Vera Cobb, a Mrs. Oh, it seems I've lost my board here. No, here we are. A Lieutenant Tsia Zane, a Lieutenant Von Samson Castle Smith, and a Lieutenant Kaladin Reynolds.
Aye, sir.
You're all with me. And he kind of pulls you off to the side. Closer towards the training area. You notice that some of these other groups are off in different little like plots along the area. Ladies, gentlemen, pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, sir.
Likewise.
Good to meet you.
My name is here. 1 second. Where's my notes? Oh, I'm pissed. I had this name.
Michael, why aren't you perfect?
I know. I'm just not. No, Grygark is not it. We're not taking Grygark.
We sit here and we're just perfect players for you.
Oh, no.
Not any flaws whatsoever. And
Kill me now, dude. KYS, dude. I'm bad, dude. I'm bad. I shouldn't even be playing this game. Now, my name is Major Highwinter. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. You will be with me, assigned under the designation of Team 17. I suppose there should be a bit of introductions, seeing as we all probably don't know any of each other. As I said before.
Excuse me.
Yes, Miss Zane.
Said your name was Major Highwinter. Can I just call you Major High for short? That's too long.
The rest of you, do you find this applicable?
I'm just gonna call you whatever I'm feeling in the moment. I usually don't plan these things out.
As long as it's some semblance of my name, followed after a major, I'm set with it. Call me Major High. Call me Major High Winter. I can roll with it. That sounds fine with me. Anyways, I'm Major High Winter. I come from the capital of Arcadia, born and raised. Been in service for about 30 years now. And you should all know now, you are not the first group of, I suppose you should say, expeditionaries sent here. About 6 months ago, we had a similar effort. And let's just say that efforts did not go as smoothly as we would like. The team that I had previously worked with, when I was at the time, captain. Captain. 2 of them died. 2 of them came back. Those 2 went home. Things are rough here, and you should all know that right now. But I'll let you all know, I don't plan on letting any of you die. And should any of you get captured or lost, don't worry. Major Highwinter will come and figure out the best thing he can do to find you and bring you home. Now, you all know who I am. How about we all introduce ourselves?
Well, that's a good thing because we weren't planning on dying in the first place.
I can agree to that, and if you were to it that you didn't.
Well, this is good to hear. I'm glad that we are all so gung-ho about everything. Let's start with a big man. You got a long list of medals on your docket here. Lieutenant Von Samson Castlesmith, first name Dick. Correct?
Yes, you may call me Dick. My first name is Hamilton. It's the name I was given when I was born. Well, Hamilton Richardson is the full first name middle name combo. Only my mother can usually string those 2 names together to get my attention. But most people call me Castle, or Dick if Castle does not strike your fancy. But sir, I believe you should know that we all know each other. We've already met, but
have you now?
Introductions, yes, we have. It's funny how things work out that way.
Spent some time on a boat.
Oh, you all were on the all of you? The same boat?
Yes.
Got it.
We were all in the same tavern just a few hours ago, too.
Yeah, that was a great time.
he
I want to go
gets
back.
he gets this deadpan look on his eyes, and he just kind of sighs and rolls them. Oh well, these are a bunch of fun ones I got. All right, so
Say
y'all
that
know each other.
again, boy. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
Excuse
say
me?
that. I don't
your
I don't
face.
say that. No,
On
I
your
don't say
face.
that. I'm on my
On-
face. I'm on my face.
Major, you look a little tense.
All right, get up. Stay away. Do not touch me. Back up. Anyways,
Alright.
I'm glad you all get to know it. You've all already met each other. All know each other. Your first designation will be scouting, essentially throughout the.
Don't you want us to introduce ourselves to you, though?
You said you all knew
No.
each other already, correct?
Yes, we
And-
all
Yeah,
know
but
each
do you
other,
know
but do you
us?
know? Yeah, do you know all us?
Yeah, sure. Lieutenant Von Samson Castle Smith, you were stationed in Purganty. You're from Frankfurt. Lieutenant Tsia Zane, both your parents are dead, and you're from Elton. Let's see here. We got
Wow.
Sergeant Cobb. Your mother seems to live in Canton. You were born from Canton. You were recently imprisoned, and then you were assigned service about a couple years ago. And then Lieutenant Kaladin Reynolds, from, I think we have here O'Malice, a full line of family doctors here. Unfortunate event there with your brother. And
We get the point, Major. Hi. Thank you.
yes,
I guess he really does know us all.
well,
Carry on.
I do have dossiers, and I did my best to try and understand each of you and where you're from. But there is no better way to do some team building, I'd say, than a successful mission. And that's what I have on the agenda here. Excuse me. So, yeah, you weren't the only one to visit taverns. Oh well. So, each of you will be assigned a short scouting detail towards the northern Grey Woods. I have a map here of my own. We have all been assigned them, and I can show you about where you're assigned to go to. Directly towards the north, about 30, 40 to 50, 55 miles inwards. We need you to reconnoiter this surrounding area within the Grey Woods, as we call them. Fair warning, possible threats such as twig blights, possibly wildlife such as wild bears, boar, very large goats. Yeah, probably the biggest and most threatening thing is the what we call orcs. Orcs. Apparently, orcs is what they call themselves. Yeah, the natives of this continent here, and they have been a pain in our side for the last fucking forever. I'll tell you that much.
Well, Major, you're in good hands because we'll exterminate anything that gets in our way.
Is she always like this?
So far.
All
She's
right.
chipper. She's definitely chipper. Yes.
All right. Now I understand. There is no need to worry when you are inside of Vicestead. These walls have been impregnated, or never. They've never been impregnated, nor once thrust through or ever penetrated in the last 10 years, since its inception, 12 years. So, sleeping here.
Sounds like a drought to me.
I
You
put my hand
In the
on
best
my
way.
head and like face palm, like just,
That was a good one, Lieutenant.
Oh, great. We're all friends. Yes. This is fantastic. All right. We have here that he turns behind him towards the barracks there. You guys will be staying in building 4. Your rooms will be adjacent. Mr. Reynolds and Mr. Smith, you will be assigned room 246. Miss Tsia and Miss Zane, you will be assigned room 247. You can get all the free chow there you ever need, get a free shower, you can rest there whenever you need to, and I'm sure you may want those things, seeing as you just came into port today. So, we will deploy you out on your scouting mission tomorrow, if that is agreeable with everyone here. Unless you want to get started right now, then hey, the sooner the better. It'll take you about 4 to 5 days anyhow.
No thanks. I'd rather do tomorrow.
I do need to check out the medical depot to see what kind of supplies I'm working with.
The other two?
Oh
Miss-
yeah, I'm just ready for some chow.
Is Russo still within eyesight of me?
Perception check.
Son of a bitch! Can I roll a perception check above 10 for once? My God.
That's an 8.
8. That's an
an
8. That's a big old 8. That's a big old figure 8.
You turn towards the entrance of the fort itself, the large, like, gated area. And for a minute, you think you see Russo, but really it's just a figment of your imagination as leaves flutter off into the distance, and you see nothing. You do
If
not
I
see
were to
Russo.
like take off, I mean full on like sprint.
Uh-huh.
Like I duck down, carry all of my weight, and I just run towards the workout grounds I was at earlier. If I were to run there and back,
Uh-huh.
how long would that take?
What is
Would
200 meters?
would Major continue to be standing here?
Yeah, no, for real. It is 200 meters to your left. Well, to his left, your right.
Oh, okay. Well, I just won't do it. I'll exercise self-control.
Okay. the pain needs to be worked out now.
I just wanted to maybe see if he was there, but
You can
I've
see
also got
it
a
open.
superior.
Yeah.
I've also
No.
got superior in
I
front
mean-
of me, and
I mean, you look there. He's not there at the training grounds. You can see literally everyone at the training grounds. It's open air, you know.
okay.
So there is that.
I'm with you, guys.
My office is within this building here behind us, the heart of Ardenfall. My my office is on the second floor. As you make your way in, there will be a reception's desk. You can choose to introduce yourself to her. If you don't, that's fine. You just need to, whenever the four of you are ready, tomorrow morning, report to my office. That is room 347. And before 9 a.m. Sound good with all of you?
Oh, that's so early. Can't we do it a little bit later?
We could, should you care to get your weapons and armaments now.
I think that's an appropriate time, sir.
So tomorrow morning, we will all make our way towards the. You will report to me 9 a.m. sharp, and then we will head our way towards the armory. There, at the armory, you will be assigned your weapons and your ammunition, and from there, I will again give you a briefing as towards the direction, an area that you will need to scout. Report anything back to me, and we'll be right as rain. Any other
Aye,
questions?
sir. I mean, I'd just like to kind of get a moment with him after everybody's dispersed.
Okay.
Or whatever, so if anyone wants to do anything, I'm just kind of waiting to get a second alone with Major Highland.
Sure.
I'm
Hi-
good.
hi,
Vera,
Winter.
you said
Hi,
you were
Winter.
hungry, right?
What was that?
Talking to Vera. Vera, you said you were hungry, right?
Oh, I could eat.
Yeah, let's go find something nice to eat.
All right then.
Can I come with?
Of course. The more people, the more fun.
Thanks, guys. And I drag my feet the whole way. Like I want to create like massive trenches as much as I can with like my size. Like
Chin up there.
what did I
big
say?
guy.
16 combat boots. I mean,
Yeah,
realistically, I guess they could be bigger, but oh well.
All right.
Just size 16.
Your size
I'm putting
16
that.
is-
I'm putting that in my character bio, Michael.
You should, as you very well
Yeah.
should.
Good one.
And your
Yeah.
size 16s dig a trench line as you make your way towards the barracks, and towards the
Following.
chow hall.
Following these ladies.
Yeah, and I'm gonna catch right up. I'm gonna catch right up to them, but
mhm.
first I want to turn to him and say, I apologize for
Yes,
my
Lieutenant?
rude interjection. Sir, I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize for my rude interjection earlier. I would just appreciate it in the future if we did not discuss the events concerning my brother.
Ah, I see. Understand. Of course. Apologies then are in order, and I apologize.
All right. Forgiven, and thank you, sir. And I kind of catch up.
All right, and you all four make your way towards the Chow Hall. Introduced to your captain, Major Highwinter. Introduced to your High Commander, Nanthar Warston, and make your way towards the barracks, where you will all receive a hopefully delicious, if not at least warm meal, served by Arcadia's finest lady cafeteria chefs. But I think with that, we will call a beat here, and take a little respite so we can come together for our next episode. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment if you have any feedback that you're willing to share with us. If you're feeling up for it, you're feeling feisty, hit that big red subscribe button. We'd love to get that from you. And
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
smash it real hard. And with that, we'll call our episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us on our adventures, and we will catch you guys in the next one.